Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Hello to you all and welcome to the Irish in the UK. Coming up on the show this week, we'll be meeting Patrica Gaughan from Trinity Hampers. Noelette Hanley will be joining us from the Luton Irish Forum. Conleth Kane will be here singing his brand new song, which he has dedicated to his family, called Emerald Isle. But first up, we're going to tell you a story about Nigel Flanagan, who is a paramedic with the London Ambulance Service. About 10 years ago, Nigel got involved providing toys for sick children who were in hospital at Christmas time. And ever since, Nigel, along with his colleagues from the London Ambulance Service, have been providing toys for children in hospital at Christmas. Recently, we caught up with Nigel and I began by asking him to tell me a little bit about himself and the job that he does.
I'm a paramedic for the London Ambulance Service NHS Trust. I've been with the London Ambulance Service now for 17 years. I'm currently based at Croydon Ambulance Station, where I work on both the rapid response cars, the ambulances, and I also mentor new staff who have joined the ambulance service. I've been married for 5 years to my amazing wife, Carly. I have 2 children, Alana, who's 3.5, and Arlo, who's 1.5.
Nigel, tell me about your Irish heritage.
I was brought up in a massive Irish community. We first lived in Clapham, and I felt like I knew everybody that came from Ireland in Clapham, either in the pubs or in the streets. My family used to talk to them a lot. We travelled to Ireland every summer to meet family and friends, and we still have a home in Ballandine, County Mayo. My mum is from Tuam, County Galway, and my dad is from Ballandine, County Mayo.
Oh, you've got great West of Ireland connections there. Now tell me, where did you get the idea from of starting up Operational Christmas to help sick children?
I can kind of still remember it to this day. 10 years ago we picked up a young boy who had a sore arm, and he was in the ambulance crying away, and I said to him, "Why are you crying?" And he said, "Oh, he won't find me." And I said, "Who won't find you?" And he said, "Santa." And I said, "What do you mean Santa won't find you?" He said, "I'm going to hospital, my presents won't find me." So at the hospital I said goodbye to him and his family. I sat in the ambulance and I thought long and hard on what he said, that Santa wouldn't find him. And then I thought of all those children in the hospitals and hospices that won't get presents and won't get a Christmas at their home. So I thought next year I'm going to try to change that and bring a little bit of spirit to the hospitals.
Oh, that must be so difficult giving those children their presents for the last Christmas. But of course, Christmas time can be very lonely for lots of people, and especially for children who are not well in hospital.
Yeah, Christmas can be a lonely time. I've got 2 children, and from the Christmas we've just had, to see the excitement of my two children running down the stairs and seeing the footprints on the carpet and the milk drunk and the carrot eaten, and then for them to open their presents is so magical and special. And for children at hospitals and hospices and refugees places not to experience that or to have that must be very lonely for them. So hopefully with what I've done over the last 9 years, hopefully I've just brought back just a tiny bit of that magic to their Christmas.
Now, you put a lot of dedication into getting all this off the ground, but how did you manage to get so many of the London ambulance crews right across the city involved?
The London Ambulance Service is amazing. The staff do this job because we care, and I kind of knew as soon as I sent the email out that I was going to get a massive response, which is what I got from the staff, all wanting to help and to be a part of this and just to help the children in hospitals and make it special for them.
Tell me how it all works.
So I kind of start this in the first week of October, where I send out emails to all the staff at the London Ambulance Service, just hoping I can get one member of staff from each station across London, and then they can be my elf. They will then have a box or a collection box where they'll collect presents for me. The presents will have to be new and sealed just for infection purposes. The presents are then wrapped with a label placed onto them. The label will say to a boy or girl, an age group, and then ideally what the present is. And this kind of helps us out when we hand the presents out, in case we give the presents to somebody with special needs. We just want to know if the present is suitable for them. In the first 2 years of doing this, we did 2 hospitals, which was King's College Hospital and St Thomas's Hospital in central London. The response from the nurses, the staff and the parents of the children was amazing. So I thought, let's widen this out a tiny bit. And then by year 9, we delivered to over 50 destinations, including hospitals, hospices and children's refuges. Going to the hospices is such a heartfelt moment, knowing that the children we're handing the presents out to will be spending their last Christmas there. So just to go there and hand presents out was special.
Of course, last Christmas was so different because of the pandemic, and you still managed to help people who were shielding.
The pandemic had a massive impact, so I kind of thought I couldn't do Operation Children's Christmas Present, so I had to change it, especially with the pandemic. I thought there's a massive financial struggle with the families this year, so I thought it might be a good idea to do Operation Food Bank. So I put this idea forward to my colleagues, and they jumped at the idea. They thought it was an amazing idea. So it kind of worked the same way. Every station, Pan London, had a box that they'd filled with food, and then a week leading up to Christmas, that box would then go to the local food bank to that station. This year we delivered to 44 food banks across London, which was amazing. The fact that we've hopefully helped so many families who are in need this year.
Now, Nigel, in May 2015 you got a very special invitation to Buckingham Palace. But of course that was a very special year for you because you married your beautiful wife, Carly.
Yeah, it was quite a surprise. I got 2 letters through the post with the Queen's stamp on them, and I was shocked. I didn't know what they were. And then we opened them, we found out that myself and my wife were invited to the Queen's garden party. I soon found out that one of my bosses at the London Ambulance Service had put me forward for my dedication of doing Operation Children's Christmas Present. The timing was perfect. It was 2 days before our wedding, and it was just lovely just to switch off before our wedding and just be spoilt at of all places, Buckingham Palace, to walk in the gates and be escorted into the gardens and walk around. I didn't get to meet the Queen, but to see her or just be in the same grounds as her was it's going to be a moment that I'll never forget.
I'm sure you had a lovely day at Buckingham Palace, but what did it feel like to have all your good work recognised by the Queen?
To be recognised firstly by my peers at the London Ambulance Service was amazing. It means I'm kind of on the right path, what I'm doing for the last 10 years. And then of course the Queen, and to be invited to the garden party means a lot. It's special that it's recognised beyond beyond my work. So I'll hopefully keep continuing to do this as long as I can, and as long as my colleagues let me to do this.
In your job, do you experience a lot of people who are on the poverty line?
Yeah, we go to quite a lot of patients from who live homeless on the streets, to sheltered accommodation, to rented, to who live in mansions. So that ladder of poverty is massive, what we see day to day in London.
Now, this last 12 months has been a really terrible time for us all. But tell me, how have you and your fellow paramedics managed to care for so many people?
Yes, this last 12 months have been hard, but as the NHS do, we all stick together and we're fighting our way through this and hopefully going to beat this virus. There's a light at the end of the tunnel now with the vaccines out, so we just need to stick to these rules and beat this virus.
Nigel, tell me about the importance of abiding by the rules to protect the NHS and other patients.
The rules are rules, and they're there for a reason, to beat this virus and to save lives. So I can't urge the public and your viewers enough just to try to stay at home. Unless you have to leave for work, get medication or go for an exercise, protect your NHS, and then that will save lives. Please try to think 111 before you call 999, and just leave 999 just for emergencies only.
Now, of course, your Auntie Angela, a great Mayo lady, is well known to our viewers for her fabulous knitting.
Yeah, I'm sure your viewers know my Auntie Angela. She's knitted scarves for quite a few famous people. Just to list a few, Piers Morgan, the former President of the United States, Donald Trump, and the royal family. Hopefully now, me being on this programme, Angela, I can have my scarf now, please.
What would you like to say to everybody who has supported your great work caring for others?
I just want to say a massive, massive thank you. Firstly to the London Ambulance Service, my friends and my family over the last 10 years. Without all of their help, I don't think I've been able to do Operation Children's Christmas Present or Operation Food Bank, and just being able to help so many people after the last 10 years. So without you guys, this would be nothing. So thank you very much.
Well, Nigel, it's been lovely chatting to you on the show, and thank you and all your colleagues for the outstanding work you do.
Thank you, Martin, for having me on your show, and to all your viewers, please stay safe.
Many congratulations, Nigel, on the wonderful work you're doing, caring for all those sick children. You're an inspiration to us all. And a big thank you to all your colleagues who get involved to support you every Christmas time. Keep up the good work. Now we're going to take a little break and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
The Warrington Irish Club, 83 Orford Lane, Warrington. A friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night. tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports shown on the big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and crafts. Pop in for a friendly welcome and to book your event at the Warrington Irish Club, give Frank a call.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Buckhurst Plant Hire, operating nationwide and supplying equipment to the construction, civil engineering and utility industries. Buckhurst is synonymous with quality equipment and excellent service. Call us today.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
Welcome back. Now, Patrica Gaughan has been heavily involved with the Mayo Association in Luton for a very long time. She's done wonderful work there, caring for the Irish community. Well, towards the end of last year, Patrica lost her job due to the COVID-19. But this did not deter Patrica from starting her own brand new business.
I've been secretary there now for a few years and I really enjoy it. I love all the events we organise and the charities that we support. It's been a tough year this year with COVID, but we were lucky enough to be able to run a raffle on Facebook, which is greatly supported, so I'd like to thank everybody for that. And all the money raised from that was donated to local charities.
Last year was a very difficult year for you because you lost your job.
Yes, after being at the company for 13 years, unfortunately I was made redundant in October due to COVID. I had really enjoyed my job and I have made lifelong friends.
But you didn't let that get you down. You decided to start your own business. Tell me a little bit about your new business.
Yes, I started Trinity Hampers in October. The idea is that they're bespoke hampers specialising in Irish food hampers. The idea was that it brings people a taste of home, really, especially now in the climate that we're in and people can't actually get to Ireland. But I also do, as you can see behind me, Valentine hampers, Mother's Day hampers, Happy Birthday hampers, but they're all bespoke.
So tell me, what are the hampers made up of?
Well, I specialise in Irish food hampers, which contain the normal chef sauce, bracts, emerald sweets, all the kind of things that people are missing from home.
Now, Patrica, do you make hampers for special occasions?
As the hampers are all bespoke, I can make hampers for any occasion. Like the ones behind me, I've got Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, I've got a Get Well hamper there. But yes, I can make new baby, anything that anybody wants, they can just contact me. Most hampers start from about £22, and then it goes from there really, depending on what the person wants me to put in the hampers.
So, how can people order the hampers and maybe see what they are like before ordering?
Well, you can find me on Facebook at Trinity Hampers, and you can also find me on Instagram at Trinity Hampers. And I'd love to hear from everybody, even if you just got some questions, that'd be great.
Getting the hampers out to people is a big task. How will you distribute the hampers around the country?
I send them by post, and I can deliver anywhere in the country. I've actually sent one to Canada, which arrived safely, so that will be my next aim, that I can post them to all over the world.
Now, Patrica, it's really important that we know, will you have hampers available for all year round?
Yes, I will have hampers for all year for those special occasions like Valentine's Day, St Patrick's Day, and everything in between.
Remind me how people can contact you again.
You can contact me on Facebook at Trinity Hampers or on Instagram at Trinity Hampers. Martin, I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for all your support, and if anybody wants to contact me, I'd love to hear from you. Many thanks.
Well done, Patricia. We wish you the very best of luck with your new business, and your hampers look fantastic. Those hampers look lovely, and we wish Patricia the very best of luck with her new venture. Now, Noelette Hanley is going to join us from the Luton Irish Forum, and Noelette is going to be telling us about some of the services that they've got available at this moment in time.
My name is Noelette Hanley and I'm Chief Officer of Luton Irish Forum. The Forum was set up 23 years ago and provides welfare, social, cultural and volunteering opportunities for the Irish and local communities. Over 6,000 first-generation Irish live in Luton, with an estimated further 14,000 second and third generation Irish. Services include support with applying for welfare benefits, Irish passports, the annual St Patrick's Festival, and in more recent years our youth engagement and befriending projects. People's mental health has been negatively impacted by COVID, with many becoming more housebound, lonely and isolated. We have noticed the number of welfare inquiries have increased too. At the beginning of the pandemic, we started providing daily telephone befriending and reassurance calls and shopping service. We moved our welfare support to telephone advice mainly. 6 of our 13 social groups moved to a Zoom video link. We published a COVID special monthly newsletter with on and offline activity ideas. We increased our online activity to 6,000 followers on social media and have run a successful online event. In September, we opened 5 face-to-face groups with COVID restrictions, but unfortunately closed them just before the November lockdown. Thanks to the support of the Irish Government, we were able to arrange socially distanced Christmas lunches for over 70 people over 5 days at the centre and over 40 home deliveries. We also arranged a special Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve tea and chat via Zoom with live music from local musicians. Also, one of our volunteers, Marion, rang over 40 people that were living alone over the Christmas period. This really helped keep spirits up following the news of the loss of so many of our members this year. As we move into spring, we are feeling more positive. We're looking at ways we can support the community, keep morale high, and are very much looking forward to reopening activities and services in the not too distant future. If you or someone you know needs our support, please phone us on 01582 720 447 or email info@lutonirishforum.org. You can also find out more about the Luton Irish Forum services by visiting our website www.lutonirishforum.org. But for now, we wish Irish in the UK listeners a very happy and healthy 2021.
Thank you, Noelette. And if you live in the Luton area and you're concerned or need help in any way, contact Noelette at the Luton Irish Forum and they will do their very best for you. Now, next up, Conleth Kane is a singer-songwriter from County Armagh. And here he is, singing his brand new song, Emerald Isle.
On the soil of Ireland is the home of my mom and dad, a place they raise their children, a place their children left. You let us spread our wings, and we flew like queens and kings from your hands to foreign lands. One in Melbourne, one in Sydney, one in London, and one in San Francisco. We might be miles apart, but the Emerald Isle is always in our hearts. One in Melbourne, one in Sydney, one in London, and one in San Francisco. You'll never be alone, for the Emerald Isle will always be our home. On the coast of Ireland, the waves play like a band. On the seas which we flew over to our homes across the world, you let us spread our wings, and we flew like queens and kings to foreign lands with golden sands. One in Melbourne, one in Sydney, one in London, and one in San Francisco. We might be miles apart, but the Emerald Isle is always in our hearts. One in Melbourne, one in Sydney, one in London, and one in San Francisco. You'll never be alone, for the Emerald Isle will always be our home. On the grounds of Ireland, we will always proudly stand, and the memories we will cherish till the end of the road. You let us fly away, but we think of you each day. Our mom and dad in Ireland. One in Melbourne, one in Sydney, one in London, and one in San Francisco. We might be miles apart, but the Emerald Isle is always in our hearts. One in Melbourne, one in Sydney, one in London, and one in San Francisco. You'll never be alone, for the Emerald Isle will always be our home.
Thank you, Conleth. And if you would like to know more about Conleth's music, you will find him on Facebook or on Twitter. Now that brings us to the end of the show for this week. We'll be back next Thursday evening at 7:30 with the Irish in the UK. And just before us, Henry McGlade is here at 7 o'clock with his show from County Mayo. Until then, take good care of yourselves and we'll see you next time.